Hey guys, it's Spilly and welcome back to Spill Sesh. Guys, I feel so bad for David Dobrik. This is like the suckiest thing ever on the major face of the planet. I made a video about this a couple weeks ago, but things have only gotten worse and it is now official that David is being forced out of his home. He is house hunting, and I know that probably sounds like, oh my god, so fun, so exciting, like I love that. David Dobrik has said that the home that he is in is his absolute dream home. He loves it with all his heart, the view, the size of it, everything about it. It's honestly beautiful. It's like a $2 million home, and he doesn't want to move out whatsoever. But his best friend and his assistant, Natalie, really want him to move out. A lot of his friends want him to move out too, because his safety has really been in question the past couple of months, even like years, because when you're a celebrity, your public information is just out there. It's easily Googleable and you can find where anybody lives very easily these days. Home ownership is public information, which sounds really crazy and really sucky that anyone can really just find out where you live and how much you're paying and all this stuff. But David Dobrik does have a home and he does own it, and it is on the internet, the address, and people keep showing up to his home. People will come up to literally the front door and ring the doorbell and ask for a photo. And I feel like the late hours of the night, I mean, any time of the day, this is just so scary and so inappropriate. I just don't understand what goes through people's minds when they do this. And a lot of people just feel like they're the exception because they're like, hey, sorry, can I get a photo or something? And it's like, what are you doing? Like, you know this is not okay and you're still doing it. A couple months ago, Reddit user Deepfakes posted this. Somebody commented under Corinna's photo. She is in the vlog squad, and this is what the girl said. I'm so sorry I came to David's house like that. I just drove from North Dakota, and I've been watching you for 4 years, and he's always helped me with thoughts of taking her own life. I can't say the word. And always putting a smile on my face. It was a long shot to do that, and I'm so sorry for it. I've been saving up for 2 years this trip just to come meet you and understand your privacy is very important, but thank you for saying hi, and it means the world. This is why people think they're the exception to go to the house. I'm sorry, but there is no exception for anybody to go to another person's home even if they have helped you in some way. Just because somebody invites you into their home online doesn't mean that applies in person as well. And that's just the truth. Like, this is very manipulative, and playing the victim doesn't make you right. Why don't you wait for him to go on tour or a meet and greet? Like, it honestly sounds way cheaper than wasting all that money on gas that she spent driving from North Dakota to LA. There's no need for you to be doing that. Like, David and his friends are always out and about. They're doing something in the city. Just go get them at the grocery store or at the mall or at a restaurant. But don't, for the love of God, their home, that is just such an invasion. I really do think that David needs to start having some repercussions for this by calling the cops every time someone comes or anything else. He says he cannot afford private security because it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and that's just not something he can fit into the budget because that's a lot of money.
Like, David is rich, guys, but he's not Kim K rich. He cannot afford 24-hour security. Security costs about like $2,000+ every single night just for a few hours. That's literally 2 times 7, $14,000 a week. And you got to times that by 4 weeks in a month, and then that number by 12 for every month of the year. That is insane. And it really adds up quick.
In his Instagram stories the past couple of days, David has been house hunting, and him and Natalie and all of his friends have been going house to house, and these houses are beautiful. They're so beautiful. They were even like looking at one that was like $22 million just for fun. But you guys, wow. I mean, moving sounded like really annoying and like a pain in the butt to him. But I think after seeing some of these homes, he was like, well, hey, like look what's on the market. Everything looks really great. But I do feel really bad that it has come down to this and that he does have to move. It's definitely not something that anybody would want to do, especially when you have the home of your dreams already. That's definitely heartbreaking, but I think it truly is in David's best interest that he does move because he needs to get into a safer neighborhood. He lives in a already safe neighborhood, I believe, but this is just, it's not okay how public his home is and how close his home is to his neighbors, to a point where he says his neighbors keep asking him when he's going to be moving because they don't want their kids to play outside because people are always coming to the house. And I also kind of worry because even though David might be moving, I feel like the house is kind of like an iconic landmark in a way where fans will still want to come to the house and see the home and take pictures in front of it because they genuinely are like, oh my god, this was in David Dobrik's video. This is so cool. Let's go. And that's not okay, especially if someone else moves into the home. Like, that is trespassing. It's creepy. It's stalkerish. That's so far from what is acceptable. But I just really hope that people respect their space, especially if somebody new does move in. But honestly, the people that are calling themselves fans are the least respectful people ever to David. Like, why are you coming to his, like, you've seen his Instagram story and I just don't get it. If you truly were a fan of David, you would respect him and know that there are plenty of other ways that you can meet him organically, and you don't need to stalk him because he always gets upset and annoyed, and all of his friends get annoyed as well. And why would you ever want to be on the bad side of someone that you like just for a photo? It's so creepy and so ridiculous. I don't get it. And people really shock me every single day that this is something that they do with their free time. And it's also really crazy because people are like, where are their parents? Who taught them how to be like this? Honestly, you guys, in situations like this, a lot of the times the parents are the ones driving them there. Parents are like hypnotized by their kids. You know, they're like, I want to do anything for my baby, anything for them to be happy. And if this brings them joy, by golly, I'm gonna do it. And I just don't understand where the common sense and respect for other people just flies out of the window. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to this person's house that I don't even know, walk right up to the door, give it a little knock, and ask for them to take a photo with me. In what planet would you ever do that with someone else? Like, what? I would even be so creeped out if like my Postmates or my pizza delivery guy asked me for a photo. That is like so creepy and weird. I just don't, people really do shock me every single day. And the fact that people keep coming back, and he says multiple times a day, that is so annoying. Also though, with David posting all this house hunting stuff, I mean, yes, he's posting multiple homes. I just feel like maybe he shouldn't be posting the homes on his story just because, I mean, people are going to find out where he lives anyways. Variety is always doing articles on YouTubers and celebrities that just bought homes, and they show the inside of the home and the home listing and how much it was for and where it's located, which I don't know why they post that stuff. I know it's public record and I know people are curious, but it's disrespectful. That's not something that I want out there. Claudia Slutsky, she's dating Phineas, who is Billie Eilish's brother. They bought a home together, and she said in her vlogs she did not want to post any, real details about the house. She wasn't going to show like outside the window or do a house tour because she didn't want people to get that insight. She didn't want to feel uneasy in her home. And a few weeks later, bam, an article, Phineas O'Connell buys this home. It said the location of the home, it said the listing, all the photos inside the house. I just felt so bad that celebrities and YouTubers, they're like, it's such an invasion of privacy. And, you know, these photos are dangerous because people can really like observe them and take it all in and find ways to maybe get in them, or I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I feel really bad. They all better have amazing security systems, because if you're not living in a gated neighborhood like David, it's very easy for people to, you know, get inside your home or like get inside of your gate. Like, people show up to literally his front door and his home is surrounded by a gate. It's crazy. It is so crazy. So I really, really, really do hope that this works out for him, that he can get a home in a gated neighborhood where people cannot creepily just knock on his door. But I wish there was a balance where he could keep the address private. I wish you could pay extra or something. It's crazy that you would even have to like pay extra to keep your address private. Like, it makes no sense. It just should be a respect thing, period, on all parties. But anyways, guys, that is that on that. David Dobrik having to move out officially because he's house sitting now. So at least he does have the ability to find a safer place for himself. So anyways, guys, I love you so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.